Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. Here we dive deep into personal finance, covering everything from investing, debt, retirement planning, and much more. If you're here to learn how to better manage your money, make smarter decisions, and work toward true financial freedom, you're in the right place. Make sure to hit the subscribe button and the bell next to my name so you're notified whenever I upload new content. Today, I want to talk about a major financial decision that most people encounter fairly early in life: buying a car. Cars are often one of the most expensive items we purchase, and unlike a home, they almost always go down in value the moment we drive them off the lot. That's why it's so important to understand how to buy a car the right way, one that fits into your budget without causing financial strain. In this video, we'll explore a popular rule of thumb known as the April 20th 10 rule for buying a car. We'll discuss what the April 20th 10 rule is, when this rule might be helpful, my thoughts on it and whether it's the best choice, alternatives to save money on your next car purchase. Let's jump right in. So, what is the April 20th 10 rule? It's a guideline to help you figure out how much you should realistically spend on a car purchase. Here's how it breaks down. 20% down payment. Just like with a home, you're recommended to put down at least 20% of the car's total price up front. This down payment reduces the amount of the loan, the interest you'll pay, and helps you avoid owing more than the car is worth as it depreciates over time. For a year loan term, the rule suggests financing the car for no more than 4 years. Why 4 years? Shorter loan terms mean you pay off the car sooner, pay less in interest, and avoid long-term debt on a depreciating asset. 10% of gross monthly income. Lastly, keep your monthly car expenses, including loan payments, insurance, and possibly gas, under 10% of your gross income. For example, if your household earns $60,000 a year, your monthly gross income is around $5,000. That means your car-related expenses should stay under $500 per month. This rule helps set some boundaries so you don't end up buying more car than you can afford. The April 20th 10 rule is a solid starting point for anyone unsure of how much to spend on a car. Let's see how it works with an example. Imagine you're looking to buy a car, and after some research, you decide on one that costs $25,000. If you don't follow the April 20th 10 rule and skip the 20% down payment, your loan might look something like this. You finance the entire $25,000. You get an interest rate of 4.4% for a 5-year term, which is fairly common. Your monthly payment ends up being about $465. Over the course of the loan, you pay around $2,900 in interest. Now, let's say you do follow the April 20th 10 rule. You put down 20% or $5,000, reducing your loan to $20,000. You keep the loan term to 4 years, and assuming the same interest rate, your monthly payment would be about $455, actually a bit lower than the longer loan. Over those 4 years, you'd pay around $1,850 in interest. By following the rule, you save money on interest and free yourself from debt a year sooner. And if you start saving the $455 a month that you were paying toward your loan, you'd have over $5,400 set aside by the time that extra year is up, more than enough to cover the down payment on your next car. While this rule is certainly better than having no plan at all, it's not perfect. Here are a few reasons why. It doesn't eliminate debt. The rule only helps limit the debt load, not eliminate it. In an ideal scenario, we'd save up enough to buy a car outright without financing. Interest costs add up. Even with the shorter loan term, you're still paying a decent amount in interest, which doesn't add any value to the car. That's money that could have gone towards something that appreciates in value or helps build wealth. So, if you absolutely need a car quickly and can't save up the full amount, the April 20th 10 rule is a helpful way to structure your purchase. But if you have some time to prepare, I'd suggest looking into alternatives that will leave you in a better financial position. If you're not in a rush to buy a car, consider these other approaches. Save for a used car. Instead of financing a new car, think about adjusting your budget to save for a used car. Used cars, especially from trusted sources, can be incredibly cost-effective. If you have $5,000 saved up, consider buying a reliable used car with that cash. For example, buying a $5,000 car eliminates the need for a car loan altogether and frees up cash flow for other priorities. Build savings for your next car. Let's imagine you could avoid a car loan and instead save up $450 per month. Every year you keep that used car running, you'd have saved $5,400 toward your next purchase. If you can keep the car for 2 years, you'd have over $10,000 for a down payment, or even to buy another used car in cash. For instance, if you find a $5,000 used car, maintain it, and drive it for 2 or 3 years, you're building serious savings for your next vehicle. By the time you're ready to upgrade, you might have enough saved to buy a higher quality used car without needing financing. Focus on resale value. If you prefer new or newer cars, think about brands or models known for holding their value. For example, many people like Toyota vehicles because they're durable and tend to have high resale values. This way, when you're ready to sell, you can recoup more of your investment, giving you a stronger starting point for your next car purchase. Avoid long-term loans. If you do choose to finance, stay disciplined and avoid long-term loans, which can make the payments feel affordable in the short term but lead to negative equity, where you owe more than the car is worth. Even a 5-year loan can mean you're still making payments when the car is worth much less. Buying a car can feel overwhelming, especially when balancing costs with the desire for something reliable and safe. By following principles like the April 20th 10 rule, or by adopting some of the alternatives I mentioned today, you can make a smart decision that protects your financial health in the long run. Remember, the key is not just to think about today's cost, but also to consider how this car purchase will affect your finances in the future. The less money you put into debt, the more you'll have for the things that matter, saving, investing, and working toward your bigger financial goals. If you enjoyed this video or know someone who could benefit from these tips, please share it. Hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated on all my future content. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.